Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. So, a deadly terror attack in Kashmir and India strikes back at Pakistan with iron resolve. But now, whispers rise from the northeast area, especially Manipur. Is another storm brewing across our borders? Could India be forced to confront not just one hostile front but two? Now, from the bustling borders of Tripura to the strategic waters of Ganga, the political temperature is rising fast. So, accusations of terror link, accusations of terror links, illegal infiltration, and betrayal over river treaties, these issues are shaking the very foundations of the regional peace in South Asia. Also, Assam Chief Minister, that is Himanta Biswa Sarma, has spoken, and BJP leaders are warning, and the northeast situation and the northeast is demanding action now. But the tension is not just with Bangladesh. Tension is not just with Bangladesh. In the hills and valleys of Manipur, a different kind of fire is burning, and it is getting harder to ignore. The Coordination Committee of Manipur, based on integrity, which is also called as COCOMI, Coordination Committee on Manipur Integrity. Ji haan. So this coordination committee, which is based on integrity, which is also called as COCOMI, it has accused the center of turning a blind eye to what called terrorists from Myanmar, even as India takes swift action in Kashmir after the Pahalgam attack that killed 26 people, including a Nepali national. Okay. So after that attack, New Delhi responded with forces. So why the silence on Manipur's pain? तो अब लोगों का सवाल है, मणिपुर के मुद्दे पर इतना ज्यादा साइलेंस क्यों है? Are we witnessing the emergence of a second security flashpoint? One rooted not just in foreign threats, but in the center's own domestic disconnect. So what is really happening between India, Bangladesh, between Manipur and Myanmar? Are we looking at the early signs of a two-front security challenges? Or is it a political narrative crafted in urgency and fear? So in this video, we break down the full story, each and everything, hidden agendas, and you won't just hear headlines. You will understand the geopolitics, history, and human stakes behind them. So this is not just an Indian issue, it's a South Asian storm with global consequences. So stay with me till the end, because what you will hear might just change how you see the future of India's neighborhood forever. So from the unresolved crisis of Manipur, also to the from the unresolved crisis of Manipur to the rising tensions with Bangladesh and accusations of narco terrorism, these things are rising. So all these issues like narco terrorism, Manipur issue, Bangladesh threat, is India sleepwalking into a two-front security threat? Now, voices from Northeast India also, including the Assam CM, that is Himanta Biswa Sarma. Ji haan. Including the Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma, he is calling for similar action against the Bangladesh also. Okay. Now, in this video, we are going to uncover the truth behind the alleged Bangladesh-Pakistan terror links. Then what is 1996 Ganga Water Treaty, which really says that why it's being questioned now. Now, why Northeast leaders they say illegal migration is changing the Tripura Manipur, Assam forever, demography forever. So, how Bangladesh internal politics, including Muhammad Yunus interim government, is raising the red flags in India. So, what it all means for India's national security, for foreign policy. So, this is not just about the regional issue or domestic issue. This is about the geopolitics. So, subscribe Legacy IAS Academy channel for more deep dive content on India's internal and external challenges. So, this is not just about the regional unrest. It is about the national unity. It is about the neglected borders. It is about the future of Indian federalism. So watch till the end, understand these stakes, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Now, what is the issue? What happened? तो कॉन्टेक्स्ट हम सभी को पता है that India recently took strong action against Pakistan after a terror attack in Pahalgam region, Jammu and Kashmir, that killed 26 people, or you can say tourists. Now, political leaders in northeast India, especially Manipur, they are asking the Indian government to take similar action against the Bangladesh because of concerns about illegal infiltration and Bangladesh growing ties with Pakistan. That is why, even with respect to Manipur, recently a statement made by COCOMI. What is COCOMI? Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, which is a group of civil society organization in Manipur. Ji haan, COCOMI, as you can see here, this is a group or a kind of civil society organization in Manipur area. Now, ab kya hua? On Tuesday, this COCOMI convener Khurjam Athoba criticized the Indian government treatment of Manipur in comparison to its response to the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. कहा कि जिस तरीके से इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने कश्मीर में एक्शन लिया उसी तरीके से मणिपुर में क्यों ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं. Now, that is why COCOMI's criticism with respect. Now, COCOMI believes that the Indian government is treating the situation in Manipur unfairly. The group pointed out that while the government acted quickly after the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir, that is in Pahalgam, which killed 26 people, including a Nepali citizen also, but it has not shown the same urgency when it comes to dealing with Manipur issue, violence in Manipur. तो इस कमेटी ने कहा दिस शोज द डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ इंडियन गवर्नमेंट, कि इससे हमें यह पता लगता है कि इंडियन गवर्नमेंट जो है डबल स्टैंडर्ड यहां पर रख रही है. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस सिविल सोसाइटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दैट इज COCOMI, the Indian government is handling terror groups from Myanmar who are allegedly involved in Manipur ethnic conflict more leniently than it handles terrorist group in Kashmir. So they accuse the government of showing complacency towards the group in Myanmar while reacting aggressively to the attacks in Kashmir region. ये कंसर्न है किसका? COCOMI का. Apart from this, ethnic conflict in Manipur. Now, in Manipur, ethnic tensions have been high, especially between Meitei people who dominate the Imphal Valley and Kuki-Zo tribes. These tensions are there. Now, some Meitei organizations, they claim that Kukis are narco-terrorists. Some Meitei organization, they say is that Kukis as narco-terrorists, including those from Myanmar, they are behind this violence. So these groups allegedly want to create a separate homeland for the Kuki-Zo people. However, Kuki-Zo organization reject this claim. Okay. Now, COCOMI के concern क्या है? That is Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity. What are their concerns? So Athoba, he said that the Indian government biased towards the people of Manipur, especially its failure to resolve the ongoing crisis for almost 2 years, which is creating a sense of alienation. And that is why he wanted that this could worsen the feelings of separation from the rest of India. And that is why this organization also criticized about the present rule. Like Kokomi also criticized the imposition of present rule in Manipur and pointed out that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has not visited the state or met with the internally displaced people there. So overall, Kokomi feels that the Indian government is not treating Manipur crisis with the same seriousness as issues in Jammu and Kashmir, especially regarding its response to Myanmar-based terrorist groups. ये कंसर्न है मणिपुर के लोगों का, ये कंसर्न है कोकोमी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का. क्लियर? अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, there are other views also, like Hemanta Biswa Sarma, who is the Assam Chief Minister. He said that India must act tough on Bangladesh, just like it did on Pakistan. जैसे आपने पाकिस्तान पे एक्ट किया, वैसे आप बांग्लादेश पर भी अपना टफ एक्ट रखिए. So Hemanta Biswa Sarma warned about close links between Pakistan and Bangladesh, and he also alerted the security agencies to keep strict vigil on the border. And that is why he said, because now these are strategic decisions. The center will decide if we take on Pakistan and Bangladesh together or one by one. ये कौन डिसाइड करेगा? सेंटर डिसाइड करेगा. Apart from this, another BJP MP whose name is Nishikant Dubey, who is from Goda, Jharkhand area. अब निशिकांत दुबे जी ने क्या कहा? He accused Lashkar-e-Taiba of being in touch with Bangladesh interim government, and he criticized the Ganga Water Treaty. जी हाँ, he criticized Ganga Water Treaty with Bangladesh in 1996 by the Congress government. Now that is why he also quoted the Chief Minister of Bihar, that is Nitish Kumar, and West Bengal Chief Minister, that is Mamata Banerjee, as opposing various water sharing deals. So he also used a harsh metaphor that how long will we provide water to snakes? This is the time to crush these snakes. ये किसने कहा है? निशिकांत दुबे जी ने. Apart from this, Pradyot Bikram Mankia. Now Pradyot Bikram Mankia Devarman, who belongs to the Tipra Motha party chief, BJP ally in Tripura. अब इन्होंने क्या कहा? He also warned about Bangladesh and Pakistan. They are trying to surround India. He is the personality, है ना? He said if India reacted strongly to Pakistan, it should do the same with Bangladesh also. And he claimed that illegal Bangladeshi migration is changing the Tripura demography as well. That is why he also posted on Twitter, for every 5 caught, 1000 get away due to the porous border. This is the situation. अब सवाल ये होता है, why is being Bangladesh targeted? बांग्लादेश को क्यों टारगेट किया जा रहा है? तो उसके पीछे रीजन क्या है? उसके पीछे रीजन है इंटरिम गवर्नमेंट बांग्लादेश की. जी हाँ, Bangladesh interim government, allegedly led by Muhammad Yunus, is said to be interacting with Pakistan radical Islamist group. एक militant है जिनका नाम है Harun Izhar. See this image. So he's a militant. His name is Harun Izhar. He is a part of Huji, that is Harkat ul Jihad al Islami in Bangladesh. And he is also having links to Lashkar-e-Taiba. Now, he was seen recently meeting Bangladesh law advisor Nazrul in a government office, जिसकी वजह से कंसर्न और ज्यादा हो गए. अब ये न्यूज हमें कहां से पता चल रही है? ये न्यूज हमें बताया है सजीव वजीद ने. सजीव वजीद, he is the son of ex-Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He posted about this meeting on Twitter, which has raised the alarm. This is the issue. Now, what is Ganga Water Treaty? अब आइए हम बात करते हैं गंगा वाटर ट्रीटी की. Ganga Water Treaty, which was signed in 1996 between India and Bangladesh. This talks about the share of river water Ganga. If Ganga's flow is 70,000 to 75,000 cusecs, बांग्लादेश को कितना मिलेगा? बांग्लादेश को मिलेगा 35,000 cusecs, as you can see here. And if the flow is below 70,000 cusecs, water is divided equally. Now, why this treaty is important? This treaty is important because Farakka barrage feeds the Hooghly River, which supports Kolkata and Haldia ports. है ना? So the treaty will end in 2026 after 30 years. जी हाँ, ये treaty कब end होगी? 2026 में. That is next year after 30 years. Now, what is the biggest concern for Northeast, especially Manipur? तो सबसे बड़ा concern क्या है Northeast के लिए? देखो, सबसे बड़ा concern है illegal infiltration from Bangladesh region, है ना? It is the big issue in Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Manipur, etc. ये सबसे बड़ा reason है. Now, leaders, they fear about the demographic change, loss of tribal land rights, security risks are also there. Now, they say that central government must protect the Northeast like it protects Kashmir. And this situation could also impact India politically, strategically and regionally. जी हाँ, ये सिचुएशन इंडिया को पॉलिटिकली, रीजनली, है ना, पूरी तरीके से इंपैक्ट कर सकती है. अब फर्स्ट इंपैक्ट क्या हो सकता है? दिस कुड इंपैक्ट इंडिया बांग्लादेश रिलेशन. जी हाँ, स्ट्रेन्ड इंडिया बांग्लादेश रिलेशन. Now, strain India-Bangladesh relations. Kaise? See, just try to understand. If India takes tough steps like it did with Pakistan, example, suspending the water treaties or increasing border restrictions, it may damage the diplomatic ties with Bangladesh. And Bangladesh is still officially a friendly neighbor, and any harsh move may push it closer to China or Pakistan. ये सबसे बड़ा कंसर्न है. Then another impact could be rising tensions in the northeast. जी हाँ, now rising tensions in northeast. जी हाँ, now more focus should be on illegal migration. And the more focus on illegal migration, it could strengthen the ethno-nationalist sentiments in Assam, Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya, etc. It could also intensify the demands of excuse me, intensify the demands for tribal land rights, border fencing, and even deportation campaigns also. So this may polarize the communities, which cause the internal unrest. Apart from this, there are other impact like water sharing conflicts. Now, water sharing conflict. अब water sharing conflict क्या हो सकते हैं? Now, try to understand reopening or rejecting the Ganga Water Treaty 1996 could lead to the water disputes with Bangladesh, tensions with West Bengal, which is directly affected by the water flow from the Farakka, then interstate conflicts, especially if regional leaders like Mamata Banerjee oppose the changes. Apart from this, there can be national security impact also. Now, what can be the national security impact? Like, as I have said, the alleged link between the Bangladesh interim government and terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Harkat-ul-Islami of Bangladesh, है ना? So this could prompt India to tighten the border security. It will prompt India to increase the military presence in sensitive border areas, and it could also prompt India that India should conduct covert intelligence operation in Bangladesh region. Apart from this, there are geopolitical consequences. Now, geopolitical consequences. Now, what are the geopolitical consequences? Ji haan. If India escalate pressure on Bangladesh, China could step in to support Bangladesh with economic and military assistance. China aa jayega. It may also weaken India's influence in South Asia region, है ना? And it could also impact the regional groupings like BIMSTEC, BBIN, है ना? तो इन पर भी impact पड़ेगा. Apart from this, India's Act East policy and connectivity plans through Bangladesh, it may also suffer. So, apart from this, there are other impacts like domestic political gains. Now, how domestic political gains? Now, how domestic political gains? So, let me tell you, for the ruling BJP and its allies, this issue may help Hindu nationalist voters in Assam, Tripura, Bengal, etc. It can also shift the attention from the local governance issues to the national security as well as illegal migration. अब सवाल ये उठता है, then what lies ahead? Will India revisit its water treaties and reshape the regional diplomacy? Will Bangladesh drift towards hostile alliance, or can cooler minds prevail? And will the Manipur cry for justice finally be heard in this power corridors of Delhi? One thing is clear. Borders are not just lines on maps. Remember this thing. They are living, they are breathing fault lines where history, politics, and identity collide. So, whether you are watching from Delhi or Manipur or Dhaka or London or Los Angeles, this story affects you because the battle for borders is never just about the geography, it is about people, power, and peace. So, if you found this explanation valuable, so do not forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts. And also, should India act tough with Bangladesh like it did with Pakistan? What is the right way forward? Let's spark this conversation that goes beyond the hashtags. So subscribe to Legacy Ice Academy to stay informed, stay aware, and remember, knowledge is power, especially when the world is on edge. Thank you so much.